Welcome back to this week's Coach's Corner. It's softball season. Coach Swain is with us again to talk about the girls softball team. Man, what a week they had last week. Very, very busy week. You went to the Perry tournament under the weather kind of interrupted, but you got some wins down there, and that was a good thing.
Yeah, they got a bunch of rain on Saturday, so we didn't get to play our Saturday games, but we finished 3-1 on the weekend. Only gave up 4 runs in 4 games, and pitching and defense was outstanding. And the thing I'm most excited about was we scored 44 runs in 4 games. So that had been the theme the first couple games, as we had set ourselves up for big innings and just couldn't get that one big hit to push across the runs. But 44 runs in 4 innings I was very pleased with.
Absolutely. You see it at every level to get runners all over and have trouble pushing them across. And I guess in softball, that's an early season thing, is maybe the pitching may be a little bit ahead of the hitting, and so it's probably not that big a surprise, and it's probably good to see.
Yeah, and the first couple games we had Sand Springs and UConn, both extremely talented pitchers, and just couldn't get anything going against them. So it was good to go into the Perry tournament and string some good at-bats together and score a lot of runs.
Well, you've got your veteran players, but you got some girls that have never seen pitching at that level before. That just doesn't happen overnight, does it?
Yeah, and we've got 4 or 5 freshmen that swing the bat, a couple sophomores, and so when they step in there against those district pitchers, it can be a little overwhelming at times. But we swung the bat well 1 through 9 this weekend, and everybody played really well.
Wow, 16 runs in 1 game. If you could maybe talk about how offensive production and how things are going through your lineup. It sounds like 1 through 9, everybody's contributing to your team.
Yeah, we played Piedmont Gold and scored 20 runs in that game and scored 16 runs against Perry, and it's really great because we got ahead early. I think we scored 8 runs in the first couple innings of those games, so it allows us to get some of them younger kids some more at-bats and get them in the game and get them used to a tournament-like environment. And it was just a good weekend all around.
Yeah, the 20-run game, that's Coach's dream, isn't it? You can play everybody and rest your pitcher a little bit. And 20 runs in fast-pitch softball, that's pretty unheard of, isn't it?
Yeah, and with the week we had, it was so busy that, it's a lot on Kinsey. She's having to pitch 5, 6, 7 games in a week. So when we get up early and get huge leads, that allows us to get Ashley Mercer and Kelsey Hassenfratz some valuable innings, and also allows Kinsey to rest a little bit.
Absolutely. They're your future. So, that's important, isn't it? Is every time you can get one of those freshmen or sophomores into a ball game, that's just going to help you down the road.
Yeah, and we've got some big district games coming up this week, and so it was really good to get some of those younger kids, freshmen and sophomores, some action this weekend and help them be ready to go this week.
Now, as we record our program today, you have a game tonight. I believe Enid is in town, correct?
Yes.
That's a big game for us.
Yeah, and it's, I grew up with the Ponca-Stillwater rivalry, and with the realignment of our district in the last couple of years, Enid's that new rival. So I know the girls are really, really excited. Us coaches are excited, and it should be a good game.
Well, you can say what you want to, but when it's Stillwater, Enid, or Bartlesville, there's a different look in everybody's eyes.
Yeah, and it's really exciting. The seniors and juniors have been in the program for a few years now, and they understand the importance of these games. And it's going to be interesting for the freshmen and sophomores how they get ready to go tonight. But after the weekend we had, I think everybody's ready to go. Everybody's excited, and it should be a great game.
Well, I know you hate rainouts, but now the good news is instead of having just 1 day of rest, you had a couple of days of rest. What kind of a team will Enid bring in here tonight?
They got a great pitcher. She's big, left-handed, a lot of velocity, and she's going to win a lot of games for them. So it'll be tough, but with the pitchers we got to see last week, and then with this tournament also, I feel like we're prepared, and we're swinging the bat well the last 3 or 4 games, so we're ready to go.
Okay, and after Enid, what else is going on this week?
We've got Jinx tomorrow. That will be a district game as well at 5 o'clock. It will be home, and then we're off until next Monday. So we're looking to get 2 wins this week, and then we get to rest for 4 or 5 days before next week.
Well, and if you think, they're going to rest let me tell you, after that, there's probably not back-to-back open dates the rest of your season.
Not very often. We don't get that a whole lot, but it'll be good. 3 or 4 days of practice, especially with the busy week last week. There's some things that we need to work on and fix, and then we'll play tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll work those kinks out in the next 3 or 4 days and get ready to go for next week.
Josh played ball here at Ponca City High School, and we mentioned the rivalries, but I always find that when you mention Jinx or Union, athletes always seem to take it up a little bit of a notch.
Right.
And I would imagine that playing Jinx, no matter how good or not good they are in a sport, there's really motivation to beat them.
Oh, there is, and it goes along with the big four. You've got Union, Jinx, Broken Arrow, and Owasso, and with any of their ball clubs, even when they're have a down year, they're still good, and they still got athletes. So, our girls, there's a little extra energy, a little extra excitement for those types of games.
Absolutely. Back-to-back home games, district games, Monday and Tuesday, and then off until next week. Our Ponca City softball program, get out and support Coach Swain, his assistants, and those girls. Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Josh Swain, our girls softball coach on Coach's Corner.